Bet the bull.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. It's Barnes, it's Tony, it's Mike, it's Friday.
It's Friday,
it's summer,
baby.
it's October. I mean, what the hell's going on?
I don't know, but it's hot out there. It's gorgeous out there.
Would you attribute it to global warming? Essentially?
No, I don't think so, dude. I mean, I'm not a weatherman. I'm not a scientist.
I mean, we've done a pretty good job with the weather this year, have we not?
Yeah. All right. Yes. Let's go. Are you going global warming? I mean, you're the weatherman, man.
I'm going. It's a natural occurrence. Every so often, every couple, million years, the Earth resets itself.
A couple million, huh?
I don't know the exact numbers. I know it's a lot of years.
Well, we're science people here. You gotta.
And we're smack dab in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, dude? What are the chances?
And also, I had to say, another episode of the Sports Report brought to you by American Mule. We're back at the taste test today. Tony started out.
What is up, dude? So today I am tasting the Mexican Mule. So we got tequila with ginger, lime,
And salsa?
and chips and salsa would probably go perfect.
Oh,
with this,
dude, flavor combo? Why
yeah,
not?
dude. Maybe Tostitos with the lime and maybe some, thick and chunky salsa.
Broad.
What?
What?
Big broad salsa.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Well, anyway, here we go. Love the can. Nice green. I bet it's getting keyed out right now, probably.
It is.
Nice, dude. Let's just go right in there. Ooh, dude. Obviously, ginger's pretty prominent flavors. You got that.
Did you have this flavor
But
yesterday?
you hear the
No,
lime, dude.
No, I can't believe I already forgot what I had.
I think that's what
I
you
think
had,
you did the
dude.
southern one. I thought you said
No,
bourbon.
he did.
No,
he did
no,
the
whiskey?
he did the Mexican Mule.
Really?
Are you positive though? Because I thought I said bourbon. Like
Because you said the ginger was a little bite.
They
Yeah,
all
but
they all
they're
have
all
ginger.
ginger.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
a
yeah,
mule
yeah,
is.
yeah,
I
sorry, I
think it
forgot.
was.
You were a bartender, but you should know
I
that.
forgot. It's
No,
been a while.
Honestly,
Out of the
it's
business,
more on
dude.
me. I should know. And I'm back at it today. So we have the tropical mule.
We'll come back to you too,
Nice,
Tony.
dude. Yeah.
So
Tropical
rum with ginger, pineapple, natural flavors, and carbonation. Love the artwork, everyone. I mean, I feel like it's just that's packaging. That's a big part of this.
Yeah,
So
dude.
Let's see what we got here.
Appeals to the eye.
Friday, you gotta start with a big sip. Honestly, really like it. I tropical. I definitely have that like fruity aftertaste.
So you've been to Aruba, right? Would that remind you of the island?
I feel like I'm having
Of the beach?
rum and pineapple right now.
Yeah, dude.
So
Ginger.
great drink. To American Mule.
Cheers. Let's go,
Everyone,
Great weekend.
drink up this weekend, of course, and get some merch. I know your sweatshirt's back ordered, Tony, but we'll get you one in the next couple months.
baby. I
you know?
have one, dude.
Well,
Come
that
on.
wasn't supposed to be for you, but I guess we'll let you have it temporarily.
Says who? What?
Well, Mike didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, dude.
It's all right.
Can I drink this now?
Yeah, so tell us
Enjoy.
what,
Thank
Enjoy.
you, dude. Jesus. So anyway, big tequila guy. Honestly, I think I've had every flavor of American Mule by now. Love them all, but I think the Mexican one's my favorite.
Yeah.
I think so. It's kind of hard to say, to be honest, but I'm on a tequila kick as of recently. So as of now, dude, Mexican's my favorite. Just have at it, dude. It's delicious.
I've mentioned this before.
The hint of lime.
Nothing like going to a Mexican restaurant, having the margaritas with like the fajitas,
Right.
chips and salsa. I just was at Cantina in Stanford the other night.
Never been.
Pitcher margaritas.
Right.
What did we have? I think raspberry
Mhm.
actually was pretty good. Usually I like just the traditional, but it was pretty good. So
You got to go traditional.
yeah. No,
Nice.
bar taco,
Right.
powerful, Tony.
Powerful.
Like even somebody like you, a
Mhm.
veteran around these parts, I would say even two, you're feeling pretty good.
No way.
It's like the Mets are up 4-0 in the second.
Wow, dude.
That would be the comparison.
Never happened.
But we are, we do have range, but we are a sports show here. So let's start, Tony, in the world of the National Football League. right. So we did have the beginning of week 6 last night. Bucks and Eagles. And at the end of the day, we had a 28-22 victory by the Bucks. And, they were in control most of this game, jumping out to a 28-7 lead. Eagles definitely made a push later on in the game. But as always, Brady had a, Brady-esque game, 34-42, 297, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Leonard Fournette, possibly his best game since joining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 22 carries, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also had 6 catches for 47 yards. So they really utilized him. And Antonio Brown, seems like him and Brady are always on the same page. 9 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown. So the offense was churning, kind of sputtered a little bit late, but didn't matter. They get the win. One sour note for them, Richard Sherman left the game early with a hamstring injury. So that secondary already has been depleted. But a win is a win is a win, Tony. And would you say at 5-1, the Bucks are in pretty good position to defend their title?
I mean, easily. Yeah, only 1 loss. I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, they're looking great. Like you said, they're pretty much almost the same team as they did last season, right? So it's like the amount of chemistry they have, and obviously how skillful they are as a team. Coming over, a few big wins, beating a few good teams already in the regular season. I mean, at 5-1, they're standing, I would imagine, pretty confident.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the Rams did beat them handily that one game, but
right.
Rams are a great team, and obviously, you're always going to be challenged. So they will host the Bears next week. That expects to be an easy game. I mean, Justin Fields, the rookie quarterback, has struggled, as have the Bears, the last couple weeks. So they are in good position. Obviously, just got to keep the main guys, especially on offense, healthy, including, Brady. I mean, he's the key to everything, obviously. You look across, though, the other side of the field here. The Eagles, they fall to 2-4, and Jalen Hurts, and me and Mike were talking about it yesterday. I mean, we're kind of fans of him. We think that, he doesn't get enough credit, but last night, definitely not one of his better games. Missing throws left and right. He goes 12 of 26, only 115 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, on the ground, he did get 44 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. So that is obviously, an area of his game, that just kind of diversifies, what he does, because you have to respect him running the ball. But at the end of the day, we know it is a passing league. So 115 yards playing a full NFL game is not going to get the job done. And that sounds like a clip that should be for our next intro. Tell me that it's not.
What are you, just producing segments now, dude?
No, I think I said something like just the not, and like that was in the last clip. I forget what exactly I said, but tell me that
and
it didn't.
That is what it's all about, is what you said, dude.
Yes. But do you agree, Tony? Do you agree?
No, I do agree. I mean, that's going to get you nowhere. And yes, Barnes, that is a good soundbite for the next intro. When you're right, you're right.
And one question I have to ask both of you guys here. So
what do you got?
I don't agree with this, but they go analytics. This is what you should do. So the Eagles were down 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. They score to bring it to 28-20. So they're down 8, and they went for 2 to make it a 6-point game. They did get it, because I guess the thought is you go for 2. If you get it, then next touchdown, you win the game. You don't need to go for 2 again. If you miss it, then you just go for 2 the next time.
Right.
And I'll start with you. Do you agree with that strategy?
Yeah, I do think so. I mean, first of all, scoring 2 touchdowns, I guess at that point in the game, you never know. Yeah, tough to do, especially against the Bucks, right? So it's like, you kind of set yourself up for, I guess you give yourself a little leeway, I guess, in that point, in terms of you're either going to tie it. If you do get 2 touchdowns, right, you're going to probably tie it, go for 2, whatever. Or if you just get the 2 of the first shot, field goal, touchdown, you win. Touchdown, extra point, you win.
Michael, your opinion here.
I feel like Barnes is not about this decision.
Yeah, no, I don't really care for it.
Just the way his tone is right now.
I don't really care for it. I mean,
why not?
I mean,
what else are you doing?
It's game over anyway.
I mean, I know.
Give up?
It's just funny, though, because me and Mike just agree on a lot of things. And I know he agrees with me on this. It's like, if you want to go for 2, kick the extra point on the first touchdown. And then if you want to go for the win, end of the game, go for 2. You don't need to go for 2.
But you're giving yourself, like I said, like a little bit more room there for error, I feel like, at that point. You go for 2 the first shot. And then
but what if you don't get it the first shot?
Then you go for 2 again
But then you
anyway.
have to get the 2.
But then you have to get the 2 just to tie.
Just to tie.
Right.
Whereas if you just kick the extra point, then you'd be able to go for the win.
But when you think about it, if you go for 2 twice, I feel like odds are you're getting one of them.
I mean, it's a fair argument. I'll give you that. And it just, I don't know. These are the decisions that you have to make, and it would be interesting, honestly. Even though I'm kind of like talking against myself here, but I would love to, especially because the extra point has been moved back, obviously, for a few years now, and we've seen a lot of missed extra points. I think last week there was 5 or whatever it was.
Might have been 6, honestly, or 7.
It could have been. But I would almost entertain going for 2 every time.
Yeah, I would honestly. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea, especially like you said now. I mean, with extra points getting doinked left and right, I mean, it's almost worth going for 2. But again, that kind of, like you said, contradicts your point, I guess.
I was basically saying if you're playing basic strategy, then you're bringing the 2 point in. I just would wait till the last time to do it. That's all I was saying. But if you're going to go for it from the beginning, going for it every time. And my friends did not agree with me on this last night. I was saying, basically, if I'm on my own 30 or further down the field, and it's 3 yards or less, I'm going for it every 4th down.
If you're on your own 30,
and it's 3 yards or less on 4th down, I'm going for it every time instead of punting.
Why?
Because it's 3 yards. You can't throw a 3-yard pass.
Sometimes you can.
I would say probability. I mean,
what do you think? Like, just
law of averages.
Screen every time, like
not a screen. I mean, just like you could go slants, crossing routes, digs. I mean, you don't like the ultra aggressive nature, like doing that in conjunction with the 2 point every time, and just what I mean, being a trendsetter. That's
on your own 30 though. It's
but at least it's
pretty risky.
I understand, like, okay, if you're at your own 10, your own 5, like you're just inviting them for a touchdown. But 30 yards, I mean, a lot can happen from 30 yards to the goal line.
A lot could happen, yes, but you would assume at that point they're at least getting a field goal.
So what would be your cutoff point? You need to be near midfield?
Yeah. Honestly, I would say screw the field goal. And like, even if I'm on their 30 and it's like 4th and 3, go for it.
Does it depend on time of the game? How much?
Well, I suppose so. If you're down by like 2 and there's like 2 seconds left in the game, then go for the field goal. But it's like,
how about competitive game? You're up 7 and it's 4th and 2, 45-yard field goal. What are you doing?
Competitive game. Where are we? 4th quarter?
4th quarter, 5 minutes left. You're up a touchdown. It's a 45-yard field goal. 4th and 2.
I go for it.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
For it,
okay. All right. I mean, these are the type of things like, and this is why NFL coaching is like no other sport. Like, it's like, we always talk about, the manager being a puppet. Like NFL, it's complete opposite.
Yeah.
Of course, they use some type of analytics, but they're making these decisions.
I would honestly fake field goal.
Fake
the field goal, dude.
Wow.
The holder sprints, gets the first down.
Nothing like being ultra aggressive.
Yeah.
And I would love to do like first play of the game, like a lot, like just go for like a 60-yard pass. Like just come out firing. Because everyone's like, first down, they're going to run it.
Right.
I mean, just keep everyone on
lay
their
one out
toes,
there,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Really keep the defense guessing. So
I think we should be coaches here, man.
I would relish the opportunity.
Not catch up.
Good one.
And then so the Eagles, like I said, disappointing loss. They came close, couldn't quite get there. They will play the Raiders next week. Obviously, we know all that's going on there. So possibly an opportunity for an upset, but in Vegas, obviously going across country, not the easiest trip. We will see what happens. And on to some of the games this weekend. Jets on their bye.
We are doing Sunday, though, morning. Do you want to recap also again Sunday, or do you want to do?
I mean, we could. There's so many games we could talk about.
Okay, we could. Yeah, we could. Yeah,
there's so many other games. I don't be here Sunday, so it's like, you're getting a little bit of me about games.
Oh, totally.
All right. So.
Oh, totally.
That being said, like I was saying, Jets off. We do have
thank God
4-1 Rams visiting the 1-4 Giants. 1:00 FOX. Rams 9.5-point favorites. The Giants battered. Barkley, Galladay out. Jones expected to play. We know what the Rams are. Stafford has made such an impact this year. 1587 through the air, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Cooper Kupp, Tony, 523 yards, 5 touchdowns. Absolute animal out there. And I just feel like they could score at any point in the field. Defense has been playing well. Aaron Donald obviously leads them. He's questionable. They hope to have him, but I don't even think they need him. I just feel like we're talking talent level. I mean, Daniel Jones, everyone's like, oh, he's actually played pretty good. I mean, it's like it's 4 touchdowns in 5 games. Stafford is 12. I mean, he's 3 times the amount of touchdowns.
3 times the amount of interceptions.
Tony. Come on, sport.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but it's like one of those like twisted stats, basically.
Right. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, I guess you would say that, dude.
So,
About
looking at this, I will go last here. But your analysis, and also I want to hear just from the 9.5 aspect, but just in general, score. Where are you here?
9.5. It's a lot of fucking points, dude. No, I think the Rams will honestly cover. I think it's gonna be maybe like, I don't know, 34-14, something of that nature. I really think even with Donald out, I mean, you look at the Giants' offensive line struggling, in the past few years, even really not looking like they have gotten any better at all this season so far. I mean, yes, Daniel Jones has been playing decently, better than I guess he has been in the past, but when you look at their offensive capability next to what the Rams can do, I mean, they're going to get outscored easily. And like I said, the Rams defense is going to be on Jones all the time. No Barkley. I mean, the run game is going to be like, So I really don't expect them to honestly succeed very well this game. So I'm going to go Rams.
All right.
Easily, dude.
Michael.
What do you think, Barnes?
Wow. I mean, I know you like, we just think alike. I mean, what can I say? But I think you're looking at 2 teams here. I mean, the Giants are the Giants. We've been saying the same thing. Hello, Tully, for the past 5+ years. They're in a completely different class. Rams 41, Giants 3.
Whoa,
wow, dude.
And I asked you, both of you guys, this question. If you were John Mara the next morning, or maybe just right after the game, would you fire the coach and the general manager getting embarrassed on your home turf like that?
I would fire both and then go buy myself a nice pack of American Mule and
Good.
sulk in the sorrow.
Michael?
I think that's the answer.
Yeah. And I think this is why the Rams, I mean, of course, Giants, like we said, are not a good team, but just that type of performance is why they're going to be neck and neck with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that is going to be your NFC Championship game. Guaranteed, unless
So it's not guaranteed.
Well, there's one team that could potentially be there, and that's a good segue. We have at 4:05 on Fox.
FOX.
The 5-0 last undefeated team in the league, the Arizona Cardinals, traveling to Cleveland to play the 3-2 Browns. Browns 3.5-point favorites, but it did just come out today. Their leading rusher, Nick Chubb, out for the game.
Oof.
But they do have Kareem Hunt, the former Pro Bowler with the Kansas City Chiefs. And they do have the top rushing offense in the NFL, 187 yards per game. We know Kyler Murray's been all over the field this year. He has DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, AJ Green. He's got weapons up and down the field here. So the Cardinals have been impressive, but Browns maybe better defense. Chandler Jones also out for the Cardinals, so that's kind of a big piece for them missing. What do you make of this?
I don't know, dude. I think the Browns are in a little bit of hot water at this point. But the Cardinals did not. Cardinals just got Ertz, right?
Yeah.
Did you mention that?
No, but that is a very good point, Tony. Ertz plays last night. We wake up today, traded. I think it was a 6th-round pick. 5th or 6th-round pick.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame because I love the Hurts to Ertz call.
Yeah.
It's
Who
kind
made
of a
that
shame,
call?
dude. What?
I never heard that. I'm saying, did you hear Gus Johnson say it on FOX or something?
I don't know, dude. What the fuck?
5th-round pick and cornerback.
I never heard that call. Who's that call?
Yeah, who was it? I didn't know who they were.
Tay Gowan, Tony, in a 5th-round pick for Zach Ertz, 3-time Pro Bowler. Big move for the Cards?
Yeah, I would say so easily. I mean, of course, good tight end goes a long way, I feel. And I would expect the Cardinals to utilize him quite heavily against the Browns. Again, I think the Browns have kind of come out this season a little bit under par, I feel. Honestly, I would expect them to, I think, try and move Odell, to be honest. Next couple of months, they get some other pieces. It'd be kind of funny to see him go to the Jets, but I think the Cardinals, honestly, dude, I think they're going to have a pretty easy day against the Browns. I think it's going to be 27-10.
Oh,
Honestly, dude, I think they come out swinging. Murray cannot be contained
all right.
all day.
Interesting. And you're confident sans their best defensive player, Chandler Jones, that they're going to be able to stop this rushing attack that's averaged 187 yards per game.
I think so. Without Chubb?
Kareem Hunt.
I guess. But still, dude, I think they'll be totally fine.
Michael.
Yeah, I'm going with Tony on this one.
As much as I hate to say it, big Mayfield guy.
I know. I'm surprised.
I mean, it is what it is, dude. I'm unbiased.
Yeah.
I'm only biased towards American Mule.
I like what you're doing here.
Looking at this, if it was the only injury going into this game was that Nick Chubb was out, I would take the Cardinals. But Chandler Jones, I think that's going to be a problem. Kareem Hunt is ready. We've seen him take over the lead role before, when Chubb's out. I think this is going to be a classic. And I think the wise guys, as I like to say, will be on the Cardinals at that +3.5 number. Browns 31, Cardinals 28, sliding in by the proverbial Tony, half of a point. Could be a great game, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Usually we see that
midday.
4:05, that late kickoff there. So looking forward to that one, and also 2 former teammates in college at the University of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. But when you look at these guys, I mean, do you feel like long-term Kyler Murray far and away the better, quarterback over Baker Mayfield?
I don't know. I guess at this point, I mean, maybe long-term, Kyler Murray has a few more tools, I suppose, in terms of just his ability to scramble and run. So yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll go with Murray long-term.
Yeah. Interesting enough. The last game we're going to highlight here. And also, before we get to that, Tully says, whose future looks more hopeful, the Jets or the Giants? And I am going to answer for everyone. So no, you guys don't even need to do anything.
No, see, I think you're wrong already.
The Giants are a complete train wreck. So until Dave Gettleman gets out of town and Joe Judge, when he goes to work at LA Fitness after he gets fired, the Jets far and away, Zach Wilson, future league MVP, future Super Bowl MVP, and you will see Coach Rob Saleh, if not this year, next year, guaranteed Coach of the Year. And the gift that just keeps on giving, the New York Jets for the next 10 years will win 30 more games than the New York Giants. Lock of the century. But I guess the decade would be more appropriate. But you know what I was saying.
I don't know, dude. I could honestly see the Giants just completely retooling mid-season here. I'm just getting everyone, cleaning house, taking it from kind of, ground zero, I guess you could say, 0.0, whatever you want to say it. And I think the Jets are going to be stuck with a third-rate quarterback at that point.
Third rate,
dude.
Not even second.
No, not even second. Third-rate quarterback, second-rate coach. And they're just going to be dwelling in their own sorrows. And I don't know what Mike's saying to me. Yeah, I think they're just, in terms of future, I think the Jets are going to be compared to when the Giants start to retool.
Okay.
Honestly.
Another great matchup. We have the 4-1 Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Baltimore to face the 4-1 Baltimore Ravens, who are 2.5-point favorites. This is actually a 1:00 kick on CBS, and I haven't looked at the broadcaster assignment list, Tony, but I would only imagine that this is going to be Romo, this is going to be Nance, this is going to be Tracy Wolfson patrolling the sidelines.
Don't lose your breath.
But you look at this game, I mean, talent all over the field, both sides of the balls, but especially you look at quarterback, Justin Herbert. I mean, since he's coming to the league last year, after Tyrod Taylor, punctured his lung right before kickoff, he has no idea he's starting, and then he throws for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns, whatever it was. Ever since that moment, I mean, last year their win-loss record wasn't good, but he's just stepped up to every occasion. We've seen him beat the Chiefs before. You look at his numbers this year, 1576 through the air, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So just a true gunslinger and a guy I almost like. They're different players, but just as far as ability, and being like one of the more talented guys in the league, it almost reminds me of like Aaron Rodgers. Like it's like that type of ability. And I just hope, going forward that he's able to, be up on that podium and get to Super Bowls more frequently than Aaron Rodgers has. But that's the type of ability I feel like he has. But then you look on the other side, Lamar Jackson. I could not be more impressed with his passing ability this year. We've talked about the rushing. He's broken all the quarterback rushing records. Right. But this year, 15-19 through the air. That's only 50 yards less than Justin Herbert, and you wouldn't even consider them close going into the season, through the air.
Right.
And we saw what he did, the comeback this past week on Monday Night Football. What do you make of these two quarterbacks?
Well, yeah, it's actually funny you made the comparison from Herbert to Rodgers because one thing I've seen Herbert do really well is he kind of fools the defense a little bit. He leads them with his head, with his eyes looking in the opposite direction, which is exactly what Rodgers does actually as well. And he's been doing a really good job of that this season, which I think has been a big point of his success. But it's gonna be a tough matchup here. Jackson, there's been a lot of narrative talking about how he's not as good of a throwing quarterback, and yes, he can run, but he hasn't really proved himself in the air, which he is doing exactly that now this season. So I think he's really kind of becoming a more well-rounded quarterback. And I believe, aren't they getting some running back from injury? The Ravens?
Tyson Williams?
No.
Because Le'Veon Bell was on the practice squad. They demoted him. They have Devontae Freeman and they have Latavius Murray. I don't know if it's one of those guys.
Devontae sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But
Trevor
anyway,
Ariza.
So what?
Trevor Ariza?
Yeah.
No,
it wasn't him.
I feel like I had to look this up now.
I think we should look.
I have to look at this.
I have to
now.
look at this up now.
Let's take a look here.
Gus Edwards?
No,
by lie. He has no
Toledo.
knee.
Yeah, he has no knee, dude. His knee does not exist.
I think you're thinking of a different team, Tony.
Dude, it's very possible, to be honest.
No, I know what you're thinking of. Rookie wide receiver Rashad Bateman expected to make his NFL debut.
Maybe that's
that
what I'm thinking of. Yes,
is what it's all about.
He likes that. He likes
he really
that.
does. Well,
He loves him.
His Barnes listens to that intro before bed, I think. Every night.
I need to know. I have no idea. I'm asking this question, and maybe it's a collaborative effort, but who deserves the credit for that?
Tony.
I did. Well,
really? Start to finish, or Michael, you had some input here?
I edited the whole thing. However, the shots were from Renee.
Yes. Okay.
So
collaborative.
And of course, we watch it back before it exports, all three of us. So it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah. And then, somebody has to say the words that are in the video. So, like I said, collaborative effort, Tony. Collaborative.
Well, like
Barnes
Tony
trying
said.
to take credit.
Yeah, it's like Tony said.
No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, Tony, I think that should be up for some type of award. I'll figure out what award, maybe short feature film or something.
Not to brag, but I already have one Emmy, so why not make it two? MLB Network.
Oh, right.
We won the Emmy for Best Daily Studio Sports Show. MLB Tonight.
The gift that keeps on giving.
That's on my dresser right now, dude.
But also, just something with Jackson. I think what has helped him is last year you saw he went to the tight end all the time. Mark Andrews, a lot. And he really didn't throw anything to his receivers. I think through the first half of the season, he didn't even have a passing touchdown to a wide receiver. And you look at Hollywood Brown, a second-year wide receiver out of the University of Oklahoma, the speedster. He's actually cousins with Antonio Brown. 451 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns. A deep threat. He's hitting him down the field. And then Sammy Watkins has been a big addition for them, a guy that we've known has had talent but just hasn't gotten the ball. So combination of those guys, I think has really helped him. And I have to say, I'm the first one to say for years have been saying Lamar Jackson is never doing anything. If you can't throw, you can't win. But he's showing this year he can throw.
He can win.
Yeah, and he can win, but hasn't really progressed in the playoffs. So this will be a big step forward. And I think this is the year because the Chiefs don't look like the Chiefs. You know what I mean? So you think about the other teams in the AFC. Cleveland, I guess, will be up there. The Bills, but I don't think there's some big separation where in the past, who's beating Kansas City? No one has a shot. That was the mindset the last couple of years. Steelers.
So what do you have final score?
Final score of this one. This is definitely a field goal game. So you look at that, the Ravens at home. Ravens have been on a run here after dropping that first game. This is so tough. This is like a flip of the coin game. Man, I swear I really am having a tough time with this.
Really, dude? You want me to help you out here, dude?
Yeah, I want you to go first.
Ravens win 37-34.
Tucker from
Field goal 53.
buzzer.
Yeah.
Wow, that'll be exciting. I guess to be devil's advocate here, I mean, Ravens law of averages, due for a loss. Herbert, nasty. I'll go Chargers. 35-32. And how do you get to 32? We'll figure it out. Can't wait to watch this one.
Yeah, right.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure Red Zone will be going back and forth to this one a lot, but I
easily,
and me and Mike were talking about this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell is it week 6? Week 6?
Flying by.
Season just started.
So we got like 11 more weeks left though.
No, but how ridiculous is this? And I know my fault overdoing it, but someone asked me to do a league. I just always say yes. 5 leagues, Tony. Take a guess of the 5, how many I'm 1-4 in.
4.
5.
3.
Damn, dude.
And a couple of them, like rosters are great.
So
point wise,
do you is it just too much to keep track of?
No,
what's the deal, dude?
Injuries, and then it's like I almost think like it would be better to just do a straight points thing because it's like some guy might be 4-1, the other guy will be 1-4. The guy who's 1-4 has more total points, but the teams that the guy who's 4-1 played had less points against him, so he wins. Like it's kind of not fair in that regard. You know?
Well, that's not fair sometimes, dude.
Have you ever done fantasy
football? No,
not one time.
Football? No. By the way, guys, I am going tropical. Now we are in the tropical islands of American Mule. Think about that.
Michael, I need to hear it though. Just to cut Tony off, Chargers or Ravens, who you got?
Ravens.
You're a big Lamar guy?
No.
Oh, you don't like Lamar?
Not that I don't like him.
You like Herbert better, but Ravens at home.
Yeah,
dude, come on. I like Herbert better.
And then he's hot. What's his name's hot?
Herbert.
Lamar. And Herbert. But Lamar's real hot right now. He's throwing.
He's on fire, yeah.
Herbert's expected. This is something. He's riding a momentum, so I think it'll continue.
You think Herbert's expected?
Yeah, right now.
Do this well right now?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Since last year, they've all.
I can't believe that we've gotten to this point with Justin Herbert. I mean, in college, was not impressed. Low completion percentage. University of Oregon, Tony. I mean, haven't had too many great quarterbacks from there. We saw what's happened in Mariota. I can't believe the guy that he's become. But I guess it's just like sometimes you really don't know things, obviously, before the draft. Got to put in some laundry. Don't let me miss the NHL talk in Henrik's studio debut with the homie Bill Pito. So I guess we'll talk about that when we get to the NHL. But there was some talk about that on Boomer and Geo this morning on WFN. Yes.
All right, we'll get to it, dude.
We will get to it.
Hurry up,
but looking forward to that. So we're gonna run out every other football game in the league. So let's go game by game. No, I'm just kidding. Tony, like you have to be so tight all the time. It's always a rush.
I'm actually feeling very loose as a goose right now.
Why? All right.
American Mule is why tropical.
And I gotta try my second one. But in the meantime, we're gonna switch gears here. The world of Major League Baseball.
Giving chase is Judge, and he dives into the stand.
DeGrom begins the season with an overpowering strikeout of Ronald Acuna.
The wall is gone! 3-run home run!
What's going on here? I love it. He drives one to the moon. High, deep, and very gone.
Here we are, Tony, and I know you're in a rush.
I'm not in a rush at all. I got nowhere to be. It's Friday. It's 4 o'clock. I'm sitting here drinking my mules. I'm here for the night.
Let's go. When I was just talking about football for you. All right, let's go.
I'm just messing with you, dude. We're clearly getting under the skin here.
All right. Well, no, because I need to ask you this before we get to the game last night. You weren't here yesterday, so I didn't get to hear your input here. Thoughts on the Yankees making these coaching moves, getting rid of Nevin, getting rid of Timms. Seems like Boone's coming back. I mean, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, I think, getting rid of Timms and Nevin, I think that's kind of expected at this point. You know, I mean, you talk about the decisions, or the really lack of good decisions you can talk about. They've kind of had all season, not even just in the wild card game. Again, kind of expected to see them not returning. I guess a little bit surprised about Boone, but again, I think we hit on it a little bit early in the week, a couple of days ago. Whereas, you could make the argument that a lot of the blame could be, put on the shoulders of the players, not necessarily on Boone himself. Again, if they're going to keep Cashman, I guess you talk about Boone being a puppet. They're going to want to keep a manager like Boone. So I guess that kind of makes sense for that organization. I could see them just, again, maybe not necessarily that Boone is a bad manager, but you have to give it to him. He really hasn't had the best tools to work with, I suppose. So, maybe just them keeping Boone, keeping Cashman, retooling in terms of their strategy is a good way to go.
What would you say the percentage that he gets let go at this point?
At this point,
yeah,
I think it would have been let go with the rest of the coaching staff.
So basically 1%.
Basically, maybe 3.5.
Well, why is it?
Or maybe they want to be skeptical and just have him fired.
Again, I mentioned it before, though. I think that, Hal and Cashman are trying to prove that they can, get a World Series without really spending that much money. I mean, Matt said it, I think, earlier this week, too. They're trying to, approach the game more like the Tampa Bay Rays are, I suppose, which, I mean, obviously is doable. You look at the Rays, obviously their success that they've had. Unfortunately that they're out now, yes, but they still have had more success than the Yankees.
Just 27 less world championships.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's in the past, dude. It's way gone.
Isn't everything in the past because they're both out of the playoffs this year?
Tomorrow is in the future, so I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Nothing that's happened is not in the past, Tony.
Isn't everything in the past?
And as I'm going to try another.
What do you got? It looks like you have the Moscow.
The Moscow.
The OG.
Mule. I would imagine this is the OG. I haven't talked to the president as of yet, but I would imagine this is the signature drink. So this is a vodka with ginger, lime, natural flavors, and carbonation. So let's give it a try. You got to do a powerful sip, really get the aura, really get a feel, not just a quick sip like you do, Tony. I would say, honestly, this might be my favorite one. I mean, that might be why it's the GOAT.
You like Moscow Mules?
Love it.
Really, dude?
Love it.
I don't know.
Well, you haven't tried this one, or you have?
I mean, I have tried it. I've also tried Moscow Mules in the past. It's just, vodka, ginger beer, lime. I'm just not really a huge vodka guy. Just in general.
Just a big Moscow Mule guy.
I'm a big mule guy, honestly. I think what really turned me on to mules at first was black mules, which is Jameson specifically, or whiskey, you could say, and ginger beer, which, they have the bourbon whiskey one, the Southern Mule, which is also very delicious. And then they have all these variety of flavors. I mean, yeah, I would say, although the Moscow Mule is really good, probably my least favorite, I would say.
All right. Interesting take. And just one other Yankee thing here.
Oh, yeah.
You had to guess, though. And it was funny. I referenced you several times yesterday saying, as Tony would say, it's all about the Yankees. I said it 4 times yesterday. If you had to guess here, bigger part of the offseason, is it going to be acquiring guys via free agency, or is it going to be a mix of promoting prospects in trades?
I would say, I don't know. It's tough, dude, because, I mean, you look at the Yankees this season. I mean, they had such a hard time trying to bring up prospects for some reason. I mean, do you really think that's something they're going to approach like this upcoming season? I don't think so, dude.
I for shortstop, I would almost guarantee not getting any big name. It could be a wait and see if
what happened to Seager, dude.
I want it, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Think it's going to happen?
But did you see that thing I tagged you in yesterday on Twitter?
No.
Mets and Yankees after Correa.
Oh, Correa. Yes, I did see that, dude. So,
and the thing that I hate just the thought of this, but
do you want
this
Correa?
Point, I would love Correa, but I'm saying at this point, if we get in a bidding war, I mean, first time probably ever in the history of both teams. I mean, the Mets are probably going to win because Hal is tight as can be.
I know it seems like he doesn't want to spend a lot of money.
But and then he wants to marry Cashman though. Like that's why it's just like why?
You think he wants to marry Cashman?
You know what I mean? Though. It's like why is he so set that Cashman has to be here? That's what I just don't get.
I honestly, I really don't know. I mean, again, you think about the narrative earlier before the season started this year. It was like, oh, Cashman, made good decisions in the past. But I mean, after just like the colossal failure of this season, I mean,
Joey Gallo,
dude. I mean, like at first you're a little hyped,
Oh, he hit the home run.
The
Watched it
home
go down the
run,
line.
dude, it's good.
The Italian Bronx Bombers.
The Italians, give it to the Italians, dude. But evidently, not really a good move, I guess, in the long run. So it's like, yeah, why?
Man, I just day by day that goes on. I'm getting tired of waiting. My patience, I'm losing patience, and I understand we still have a ways to go to really get a feel who's going to be on the team, but it's just driving me crazy. It really is, because it's like they had to rip our hearts out once again this year. And then it's like they're going to make us wait. Just sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait. And I feel like I'm in the self-checkout line, and we have 7-year-olds in front of me saying that the self-checkout's not working. That's what I feel like right now. That's the type of wait we're talking about.
You should really relax, dude. It's a long off season.
You know what helps you relax? CBD, dude.
Not me, dude. When I want to relax, I crack open a good old-fashioned American Mule because it winds me down.
Wow, so serious.
I know.
No?
Not allowed to make jokes.
No, it was good. It was like a commercial. He was doing a commercial type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, dude, I don't know, bro. Friday. Today's Friday, dude. Damn.
Wow.
I was saying that all week. I was like, oh, give it till Friday. They're gonna make some announcements for the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, you come on. I know you like giving me a tough time, but you definitely see and understand the frustration.
Dude, give it till next Friday.
Give it till next Friday.
They're gonna want to announce, goes for Halloween, spooky and stuff.
And
dude.
fellas, I promise we'll move along after this question, because I know, like I said, all about the Yankees. But I want to go to you, Michael, here to wrap this conversation up. Honestly, is it a complete embarrassment, the Cashman obsession?
Yes.
What is it like? What is he dwelling on, though? What is Hal dwelling on?
Because it's like
it's his son.
But it's like you want to say, oh well, George really liked him. Oh, it's like, oh, so George really liked getting smacked every year. Like, it's like, so that connection doesn't make sense. So that's why it's like, Mike was saying yesterday that he just wants someone to like go grab some drinks with, at the racetrack.
You really
Johnny
think that's
Walker
it?
Blue. I mean, that's what Mike said yesterday.
Yeah. Taking what Barnes said months ago.
Yeah.
What's changed?
I mean, I can't really think of anything else. Why keep him? Why keep Boone?
I know.
So
Well, I understand why keeping Boone, but
all I want, as Jay-Z would say, a moment of clarity, Tony. That's all I want. All right. So hopefully by next Friday, dude, we'll get one. Okay.
there we go. Next Friday.
But moving along here, last night we did have the winner take all Game 5 NLCS on TBS, and your buddy Ron Darling was on the broadcast.
Ron.
Exciting game. I actually watched it start to finish, volume
No
off
kidding.
most of the game because I was watching the football. Dodgers 2, Giants 1. Really was interesting. Were you shocked the last second move to start Corey Knebel?
Yeah, a little bit, dude. We previewed the game a little bit a couple days ago, and I was talking about Urias and everything, and how much success he had in the postseason last season, and how much more experience he had than Webb.
Kick the camera, Barnes.
I know I did.
Have a couple mules.
That's why you had the CBD. Relax. You're Tony. Like, I think you're very anti CBD. I just see it all over your face.
I've never really
Why are you so
dabbled in the
You're
CBD.
tight.
I'm not really that tight.
Oh, really? That's what I'm talking about. You can't even have a good laugh about it. Continue on, though.
Yeah, dude. Whatever I was saying about so yeah. Urias, obviously, yes. Like I was saying, having some good stuff and more experience than Webb, I thought he would be a good kind of starter for this game to really set the tone for the Dodgers. Evidently, they start Knebel. Obviously worked out. They threw in Grotto as well. They pitched 2 innings respectively, giving up, I think, 3 hits between 2 of them. Obviously, no earned runs. And then Urias came in, 4 innings, I think he pitched.
4 innings, 3
Five-
hits, 1 run, 5 Ks.
5 Ks. So kind of did what he needed to do. He let that 1 run, which, at the time, tied up the game, I believe. Right? They were up 1-0, the Dodgers.
Yes, Darren Ruff.
They're rough with like a 430
Dead center.
Dead center, dude. Absolute bomb of a home run. But dude, what I was honestly surprised about the most was Cody Bellinger coming up clutch.
Big hit.
Huge hit for the Dodgers, pretty
strikes.
much propelling them, for the
Guy
victory.
hit 160 this season.
I know, unbelievable. After a tough regular season, he is shining here in the postseason. Also, another player shining in the postseason, but way more expected. Mookie Betts, I believe he has had 9 hits this series against the Giants.
4 for 4.
4 for 4 last night. I mean, that's exactly what you have him on the team for. And, I think because, again, team effort, of course, but, those 2 players specifically definitely propelled them. I mean, this was a tight game the whole way. Low scoring, 2-1. Kenley Jansen, Max Scherzer in the 9th. You want to talk about the questionable check swing? It wasn't. It was a check swing. It was not a strike for sure. But I mean, I guess that's baseball.
You see Wilmer was crying after?
Yeah.
I mean, really just not fair. I mean, the Giants team, 107 wins.
I know.
When are they going to be in this position again?
You never know.
You talk about Logan Webb, Tony. I mean, dominated last night.
7 innings, dude.
1
Forgot
run
about
ball.
7
They were
Ks.
13-0 in his starts. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, there was nothing else he could have done.
Right.
Lack of offense. Obviously, on the Giants side, I mean, other than Ruff hitting that homer, I mean, Chris Bryant went 2 for 4. I think
Right.
Crawford might have had a single.
He
that was
1
it.
for 4. Posey as well, 1 for 4. Yastrzemski didn't even. I think he had 2 at bats, so for 2.
Yeah, Longoria didn't do anything.
No.
So I think, a lot of older guys in this team. Who knows
Mhm.
who's going to be back? So really just a tough thing. And because of this loss, because of the team with the most wins in baseball being out in the first round of the playoffs, more or less, because we're not considering the wild card, like we
Mhm.
said. Any reason you think they should somewhat change that format, rewarding teams that maybe are in the wild card game but have more wins than teams that win the division? Or you think you can't do that because then that brings down the importance of winning the division?
No, yeah, I think you're right. I think it would bring down the importance of winning the division. I mean, at that point, that's baseball. I mean, it's crazy to even think that the Dodgers were a wild card team to begin with. But I mean, that's why you have a series. Why it's not just one game once you get to the playoffs. I mean, the Giants obviously had a great year. They had the ability to beat the Giants. I mean, they weren't, necessarily an underdog team when you come. I mean, they were pretty evenly matched coming into this series. I mean, that's just the way it goes. I don't think there's anything wrong with the format. I mean, you think about the series, it went the distance. It went 5 games. I mean, you really could have asked for a better series, to be honest, between these 2 teams.
Absolute classic for a division series. But one thing, and I know it would only affect really 1 round of the playoffs, but I'd like to see, going forward for the championship series,
Mhm.
the team with more wins gets home field advantage. Like, so the Dodgers would open up the series in Los Angeles against the Braves versus vice versa. I mean, they won 17 more games than them this season. They have to open up on the road. Why not do that? That has nothing to do with divisions because you're still the first round.
Right.
Going to be the same.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, so you're saying doing that across the board for the playoffs?
Just for the second round.
Just for the championship series?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But then wouldn't that kind of, I guess maybe for the second round, not necessarily.
Yeah, because you know what I mean? You have to get to
you
the
have to get
second
round.
And it's a case where the team that was the wild card had more wins. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's not like winning division's not important. You just
Right.
didn't do that good and you're in a weak division. Why should you be rewarded for it?
Mhm.
Something to think about.
Yeah, something to think about.
So we get the Dodgers, we get the Atlanta Braves
Mhm.
for game 1 tomorrow. Gonna be a fun one for sure. Braves, good story getting all the way to the championship series. Before we get to tonight's game, didn't get to ask you yesterday. Thoughts on Mike Schilt getting canned yesterday, Cardinals manager?
Pretty surprised, to be honest. I thought he was well liked across, within the ball club and everything. And I mean, you think about, I guess they haven't won a World Series in a while, but just the Cardinals' overall success in general.
Right.
I mean, they've been pretty consistently good for a while, I feel. Yeah, I don't know, a bit of a head scratcher for me, to be honest. It said that they had some type of disagreement, right?
Yes,
Philosophy disagreement. So, I mean,
It is honestly, like, I know I ask questions like this all the time, but is this whole like the front office running everything, collaboration, ever going to change? Honestly, if you had to guess,
I think it's just going to get worse, honestly, at this point.
but you don't think there's going to be one team that's going to say, like, wanting to go, buck the trend?
Right.
No pun intended to bring in Showalter. Wouldn't make sense, though, in all seriousness. I know came off as a joke, but it would, you know what I mean? That's the type of guy who would want, power.
No, yeah, I think so. I mean, maybe a ball club or two will do that, and maybe they'll be successful, but I don't think you'll see that across the board.
And I question, like, Tony La Russa. Is he really all, being ordered around by computers? I don't think that's
doubt
the
it.
case.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
So it's like if they're doing that, like, I know they got eliminated first round, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it really like irritates me. It really does, though, because it's like, it's so stupid. It doesn't make sense. Part of any sport is feel, and computers offer no feel.
Are you like referring to the Yankees?
But not just them.
No, yes, you're totally right.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. And it's kind of a shame to see the sport kind of go into this direction where, like you said, there's really no feel to it. It's just like a numbers game, and that's not really what baseball is about, honestly.
I mean, I guess the thing is, it's like what it's going to take is it's going to take highly talented teams that are successful in the regular season,
Right,
failing several consecutive years in a row, and then I think they're going to say, "Wait, maybe enough is enough. Maybe we're wrong." As Doggy would say, maybe it's not all about the guys with the flip flops, the Starbucks, the computers. Just saying, I can see it happening.
The Mad Dog will revel in that moment when that happens, dude.
We're overdue for Doggy, like, to call in or something.
I think so, dude. We got to start maybe just like tweeting at him or something, dude.
I mean, so you've had some one-on-one conversation with him before?
No, he's never been in studio. Maybe once or twice.
Really?
But he's always in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
I've seen him in the hallway, but never like conversation.
But you never, like, in the hallway, was there at least like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah, like, hey, good morning.
How would he say it, though?
How you doing? Something like that.
I don't know what it, like, I know he's just ridiculous, but I swear, like, you know how I have I'm a tough grader when it comes to things being funny, but I swear to God, every single thing he says is funny.
It really is hilarious because he's just so serious about it, dude. It's so fucking hilarious.
The golf, the tennis.
The tennis. Oh,
too much.
it really is, dude. I think he's so entertaining. Easily High Heat, I think, was my top show.
Yeah.
Like my favorite show.
Yeah.
I would be that
I mean, hands down.
Yeah.
And like, I know they won't do it. I think he would do it, but Francesa is just so full of himself. They should just do like a year, like just 1 year deal, them two, 5 days a week. Like, just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine the ratings, the money there.
Yeah, I guess. But again, it's the ego, dude.
Francesca is such a loser.
Honestly, dude.
Why? Yeah. Why do you even want him on air?
Just because, though, it's just like
them two butting heads and everything.
Too. It's
and
so
it's just,
funny.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah. But honestly, I think he's worse than Kellerman.
Preseson? Yeah. Oh, absolutely, dude.
Yeah. So moving along here, Red Sox at Astros, Tony. Game 1, 8:07. We get Chris Sale versus, is it Frankie Valdez?
I think so.
I
can tell you right now, Framber.
Okay, Framber Valdez. Rematch of the 2018 ALCS, which I believe the Red Sox won in 5 or 6 games, if I'm not mistaken. So what do you make of this series?
Honestly, I think it's tough, dude. I mean, I don't think the Red Sox, honestly, they've made it further than I thought they would.
Right.
But honestly, I don't know. I think at this point they have a bit more of an advantage in terms of pitching.
Right.
So I think they're going to be able to hold off the Astros lineup to maybe like 3 runs a game. Honestly, I really wouldn't expect any of these games to be high scoring. I think they're going to be pretty tight.
But even when Eduardo Rodriguez starts? Just a serious question.
Yeah, honestly, though.
Dude, I just feel like he's so bad.
But I feel like, honestly, even on both sides, both teams, I feel like their pitching is kind of really stepped up.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of
McCullers, though, out.
Oh, McCullers is out, but even with him out, I mean, look at the series against the White Sox. I mean, the White Sox really didn't score a lot of runs ever. I think they had one
game 3 win.
6-run game or something. But other than that, the Astros were winning like 10-2, 10-3, whatever it was. But I think they're going to be versing a little bit more, a little bit better of a pitching staff at this point. I think the White Sox were a little bit disappointing in terms of their starters and their bullpen. I mean, you saw Hendricks struggle, Kimbrel struggle, and honestly, I think at this point, the Red Sox specifically are riding a high. They have a lot of momentum going their way. I think this one's going to go the distance as well. For tonight, I think with Sale pitching, I think Red Sox win this 5-2.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I think this is going to be a situation. And tonight, I'm going Astros. And I think until Game 7, the home team is winning every game. And then Game 7, I'll assess the situation at that point. But I just think Fenway Park, the Red Sox, pretty hard to beat there.
Oh, for sure, dude. Electric atmosphere.
What's your thoughts on 2-3-2? I don't like it. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I don't really care for it, dude.
Because it's like, I don't know. It's just like, so you have a better record. You have home field. I get it. You get Game 7, but it's like you have to play 3 straight road games.
Yeah, I know. It's making sense.
The series.
Right.
It should be 2-2-1-1-1.
Right.
That's how it is in basketball.
It's almost like, it doesn't make any sense because it's like you said, I mean, yes, I guess Game 7 at home is good, but just the split doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So maybe collective bargaining agreement. We'll get something. And just to wrap up our baseball conversation, Tony, anything further you've heard on the Mets? I know you have a lot of sources in different states.
On the Mets, literally nothing, dude. I'm in the same amount of limbo you are in at this point.
I heard they're looking at Piazza as a manager.
No, they're not.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
From who, dude?
I think it was. Yeah, dude. I have a source. I don't want to give them away.
Speaking of hardball, what happened to John
Smoltz?
Smoltz? Meaning he used to be good at broadcasting. Is that what he's talking about?
I think he's still a great broadcaster. He's a great pitcher as well, but he's retired. Plays a lot of golf.
Does play a lot of golf
on the tour.
But
no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Which tour?
The senior tour he's played, but he's not. He's not a full-time member. Like he's not.
But he's played events, dude. It doesn't matter.
You can't say he's on the tour then, right, Barnes?
Yeah, you can't say that.
What constitutes on the tour?
Every
fucking event, dude.
To get into every event.
Well, it doesn't matter though. You're in there. You're playing.
No,
but
he didn't earn it.
No.
He did earn it.
It's like me going to play. Go ahead.
He's good enough.
I was just gonna say that, and I know Mike could attest to this. That would be like saying Steph Curry's on the tour because he's played in some of the Corn Ferry events. He's not on tour, Tony.
John Smoltz is on tour, dude.
Ridiculous.
I want to get him in.
Michael Kingtone.
Michael Kingtone. So we'll see what happens tonight. 8:07 on FOX. And just a little potpourri, Tony, to close out. Any NHL thoughts? Last couple of nights. I mean, we've seen the Rangers fall again to Dallas last night. I think it was 3-2, 4-3, something along
3-2 overtime. Pretty tough, dude. Pretty tough loss, I would say. I mean, the first loss, I guess, to the Capitals, although looking pretty bad.
You could see
they're
it.
still the Capitals. You could see it. It happened. I didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday.
Barnes said a blowout yesterday.
Yeah, 5-1.
5-1, right? Yeah.
I mean, whole game.
That pretty much
the whole game.
I mean, how much did you watch of the game?
Continue on, though.
Continue on. So I guess the Capitals. I mean, obviously, their goal scorers out Alexander Ovechkin. So it's like obviously your defense is keying on him, but then that opens up space for other players, which is exactly what you saw between Carlson and Oshie. So whatever, dude. Anyway, last night, Dallas Stars, you're down 2-0 early. Jacob Peterson unassisted.
Any relation to David Peterson? Okay, continue now.
Second period, you let up an early power play goal. So you see the penalties kind of obviously making an impact against the Rangers. But then you get 2 goals back to back. really battling back. I mean, you think those first 2 goals against you, one was a power play, one was a broken play, in your offensive zone. So that kind of shit happens, I suppose. But, to kind of battle back, to score 2 unanswered goals in the second period, kind of really showed the type of resilience the Rangers could have. Chris Kreider's been on the team forever. He had the second goal, a nice kind of tip-in goal in front of the net. He honestly is my favorite player. He's been my favorite player for a while on the Rangers. He's a big body. He's got tremendous speed. He can accelerate very quickly, and he's just a nuisance in front of the net. We see him deflect a lot of goals. And then you talk about Adam Fox. Just a phenomenal defenseman for the Rangers. Talk about all the accolades he has. But then, you kind of go into overtime, and you can talk about the format and everything, but when it comes down to it, it's 3-on-3 hockey. There's a lot of room. It's only 3-on-3, right? So it's pretty much
what is it?
3-on-3. You trying to be funny?
Okay, continue.
So it's 3-on-3 in overtime, and
so how many? All right, come on, you don't need to push the buttons, Tony. Continue.
So we're in overtime, right? It's 3-on-3, dude. So it's pretty much literally.
When did they change that rule?
Happen 2-3 years ago.
I don't really know if I like it.
Terrible.
I think it's like gamey, arcadey, Barnes.
Yeah,
no, it is very arcade. Honestly,
instead of NFL overtime. No, let's just do 3-on-3.
Yeah,
why not?
Basketball,
Yeah,
1-on-1.
Yeah,
full court.
No, it's honestly like
the coaches.
And it's like MLB.
Yeah.
Runner on second and start out with
the home run derby instead.
Yeah, really, it is a little outrageous. However, I think it's tough too.
Wow. Oh no.
3-on-3 should be how hockey is played. You're just wildly wrong.
Yeah, honestly. I'm sorry, bud. Yeah.
I understand, obviously, in the regular season, you go to shootout after an overtime or 2, which is totally fine. And then postseason, you just play until someone scores, which makes perfect sense, I thought. But they decided to go 3-on-3 to kind of speed up some games. I think it was maybe the COVID season. I think it may have been the season before that. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Didn't this start with the All-Star game going 3-on-3?
Yeah, that started a while ago. They did All-Star game
3-on-3,
which is kind of fun. That's fun as hell.
Right.
But anyway, 3-on-3 overtime. Panarin tries to make a move in the offensive zone, loses the puck. Is that
Artie Panarin?
Artemi Panarin, the bread man.
Yeah.
And you lose the puck right there, and all of a sudden you have 2 offensive players going the other way for the Stars, and that was the end of it, dude.
A little embarrassing though, because I feel like Dallas, are they really expected to be that good this year?
Yeah, no, Dallas is pretty decent. I think maybe 2 years ago they made it well into the playoffs. They have Jamie Benn. I may botch his name, but Miro Heiskanen. Heiskanen, maybe. Heiskanen, I think maybe is probably more correct. Former first round pick, like maybe 3 years ago, I think. So, they have good players. You think about their goalie, Brandon Holtby.
Any relation
Stanley
to
Cup.
Anthony Volpe?
Volpe?
Matt was getting tight at me.
Yeah, it's just getting pretty tight. It's pretty tight right now, probably, hearing you say Volpe. Or Volpe. What'd you say?
No, I was saying
say
Volpe.
It's Volpe.
Volpe. Like he's from France or something.
It could be. I don't know.
And not
you
to
should
cut,
know,
not
dude.
to cut you off here, but Tully, who technically indirectly is cutting you off, said to be fair, Rangers have a lot of potential. The bread man, but when he's speaking to this potential,
where is it?
Yeah, who is it? Where is it? What is it, Tony?
What is it? I think it's their offensive capability. They have a lot of young players. I mentioned, you mentioned Panarin, Kreider, Mika Zibanejad obviously is another one. He has a lot of assists, same line as Panarin. Ryan Strome was an acquisition from the Islanders, believe it or not. I think he's a little underrated.
Keandre Miller.
Keandre Miller.
Keandre Miller,
isn't it? It's I think you're right. I thought it was DeAndre Miller.
Trevor Williams.
Keandre Miller.
Travis Young.
Travis Scott.
You think of Alexis Lafreniere, also a good acquisition, former first round pick. Capo Caco, also another first round pick. Just in terms of that young talent, they have it there. And then they have good defense. Jacob Trouba Keandre Miller as well, Adam Fox, Ryan Lindgren. They have a lot going for them. And then the goaltending between Shesterkin and Georgiev, I mean, they're pretty much they swap out starters essentially like every other game, it seems.
That's lame.
Georgiev getting one so far, Shesterkin getting the other one last night that was. So, I mean, they have a lot of talent. It's just really a matter of just, I guess, getting the chemistry down. I mean, again, they battle back from a 2-goal deficit, which is really good. An early 2-goal deficit. However,
sounds like Mets jargon.
And I was going to say, it sounds like New York Giants jargon as well, but continue.
I mean, you can tell me I'm wrong.
I think that's nothing to get excited about.
Yeah.
I think that's what Mike.
He's asking a potential. What's the potential? What's the excitement?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they came back.
And also,
down 0-2.
I mean, I know nothing about hockey. I could be completely wrong with this, but like, is there some type of comparison with quarterbacks? If you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any. If you have 2 goaltenders, you don't have any.
No, I think that's wrong. I mean, goaltenders take a break.
When did that start? When did that start?
Wow, was taking breaks.
Brodeur never took
Depending on
breaks.
what you have.
Lundqvist until
Mike Richter never took breaks.
Take breaks.
They always work in the secondary goalie.
Dominic Hasek.
Always.
You're telling me he took
Dominic
breaks?
Hasek took
Dominic.
breaks. Dominic Hasek.
This is the beginning of the season, right? So they're just kind of.
But I'm asking about Dominic Hasek.
And I kind of
I
feel
don't
like
have the numbers in front of me. I don't know how many games he set out, dude. No,
probably like 2.
Who is his back? Who is Brodeur's backup?
He didn't have one.
What do we
He didn't have one.
No. What about Gene Sebastian Jagier with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks? You're telling me he was taking breaks, Tony?
At some point, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
And Marc-Andre Fleury before he left the Penguins. I mean, he was their key cog to those couple championships.
Tony Sight.
That's not true, actually. Who was their other goalie that definitely started way more than him towards the end?
Marc-Andre Fleury? Fleury, some Fleury.
No,
Marc-Andre Fleury is the guy.
Oh. It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think that throws off the chemistry of the team.
Yeah, no, but I'm serious. That's like being an NFL team and then saying
No, it's not
every other game,
we're going to do a new quarterback.
Game, we're going to start a different quarterback, or every play they're going to rotate.
Yeah.
No.
That was like
You're totally
Sanchez and Tebow.
Who's the best goalie in the league?
I mean, numbers in front. I mean, Fleury is definitely up there.
Fleury, what is he, 40?
Yeah, what the hell?
What?
Isn't he pretty old?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he can't be good. I mean,
but
I just
look at
figured-
Martin
I'm just
Brodeur
saying-
over there, Michael.
Yeah, but he's a GOAT. But
But
I'm just saying, like, there aren't any youthful players in this league.
Yeah, come on,
Jeez.
who's like? Come on,
I'm
Fleury's
sick
not
of-
the best goalie. I
yeah.
know nothing about hockey. Fleury's not the best.
Can't be.
I would guarantee.
Yeah.
I would
So
guarantee.
Fleury's definitely
it.
up there.
But
No.
he's past his
Prime.
No, I don't know.
Dude, he was playing during Brodeur's years.
No. Let's see how old he is.
I mean, wow. Talk about exposure, Michael.
This sport needs to, like, revamp. Meant to go to Tony.
He's 36 right now.
Spring.
So he probably started when he was like
Um,
17. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a weak answer. Honestly.
I don't know, dude. See,
I don't know, dude.
Dates joined 03 Penguins.
Brodeur was winning a Stanley Cup that year.
How old was he?
Probably like 36.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
dumbass.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know,
not
dude.
nice.
Fuck, I forget the guy's name. Hold on, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Andre
goalie.
Vilevsky.
Vasilevsky. Yes, he's the one for the Lightning. He's like 6'7", absolutely
Is
monstrous.
that the
in
tallest
goal.
goalie in NHL history?
No, because I think Brandon Bishop, who used to be on the Stars, also like 6.
No, but I'm sorry, Tony. I have to call you out here. So you were saying Marc-Andre Fleury, best
Sure,
goalie in the
dude.
league.
He's up
So
there.
I'm looking at top 25 goalies.
I said he's up
fantasy.
there.
Yeah.
They have him number 7. So they have Valesky 1.
That would be up there, Barnes.
Lerner number 2. You didn't mention Robin Lerner of the Vegas Knights. Connor Hellebuck for the Winnipeg Jets. Tony.
Winnipeg.
How about
Winnipeg.
Darcy Kemper of the
Kemper.
Avalanche? How about Igor Shereskin for the Rangers?
Shesterkin.
And you're all Rangers, and then you're giving Fleury the number 1 spot. I mean,
I did
weak.
not give him the
Pretty
one
weak.
spot.
What do you mean? I just asked you who the best.
Michael.
He said.
I said Fleury is up there, and I'm thinking. I mean, I think Shesterkin
I don't know if you're thinking
hasn't had.
Yeah, I didn't think. I mean, go mad.
And just to cut you off again, Cam Talbot, wasn't he the backup for Henrik Lundqvist?
A while ago. Is he still in the Oilers?
He is on the Minnesota Wild.
Wow, dude, what a drop off, huh?
Carey Price all the way at 18. Is he that bad now for the Canadians?
He's getting older and he's just struggled with injuries, to be honest. So I mean, like, honestly, how good could you be when you're injured?
But I'm not really buying Ila Sorokin for the Islanders.
Is Crawford in there?
Crawford? No.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, maybe if he's like on like number 30, let's see. No. Wow. I mean, he's not even in the top 30.
Well, I think he's retired anyway. So it's just.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay,
that's
great.
current goalies or just
Yeah.
last 10 years, or I don't even know what you're looking at, to be honest.
And I'm sorry, I'm dropping the ball here, Tony. But this is a stupid question. This shows me not listening. But are you a Rangers fan? I swear to God, if I sound silly, I sound
You don't
silly.
sound. There's no such thing as a dumb question. I'm a Rangers fan.
Do you have any secondary, or is it all just Rangers?
Secondary, I mean, I would say it varies, honestly. I like the Ducks. I followed the Ducks when I was a kid, obviously. My Ducks. To be honest, when I was a kid, Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey, Detroit Red Wings.
I hated the Red Wings.
Brett Hull.
Brett Hull. Gordie Howe is really who I was into when I was young. Mr.
Hull
Hockey.
was pretty nasty, though.
Brett Hull was pretty hockey. I also followed the Phillies for a while when I was young. Claude Giroux. Dude.
What about Sean Avery?
I was a big Sean Avery fan. Definitely young growing up for the Rangers. I mean, a bruiser, dude. His I guess qualms with Marc-Andre Fleury. Martin Brodeur specifically, pretty legendary, dude. They hated each other. I mean, Brodeur is a total piece of shit, so I mean, who doesn't hate him?
Yeah, Stanley Cup winner 3 times.
Were you disappointed originally at the St. Louis and Callahan trade back in the day?
Originally, yes, dude. I thought it was pretty interesting to trade captain for captain. I really don't think I loved Ryan Callahan, to be honest. I think he had some nice hands, dude. Really quick wrist shots. He was definitely a leader. Obviously, he's your captain for the team. St. Louis, being old, knew you really weren't getting many years out of him. However, they did make that big push in the playoffs that year. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, St. Louis' mom passed away right before the playoffs, and he just came back with a real big drive. I think the team really rallied around him.
But was that after they had lost to the Kings in the finals and they won the President's Trophy that year?
Right.
They lost conference finals.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So they lost to that year, which is ironic because, I mean, they had a lot of former Rangers on the team.
Martin St. Louis.
Yeah, I met him once, actually.
So did Matt.
No way.
Yeah. New Year's Eve.
Miami.
Yeah.
Or wherever. Yeah.
I think, the Fontainebleau.
Wow.
I've never been there, but
neither have I.
But I'm getting adapted here. I'm getting some range with hockey, Tony. I think I'm gonna give it another stab tonight. And what would you say best matchup of tonight?
Ooh, all right. Let me see the docket here for tonight, which is Friday, October 15th. Canucks, Flyers, Wild Ducks. I would say honestly, you're probably maybe the most fun game would be Wild Ducks. That kind of sounds funny.
It does.
The Wild Ducks, dude.
Ducks at home tonight?
They're in Anaheim, excuse me. But you talk about, I think the Ducks just clobbered whatever team they played 2 nights ago. I forget who it was. The Winnipeg 4-1, right? Which is the game I talked about,
right?
For a possible bet making game.
I thought that was the Oilers game.
No, I remember I was like, Ducks. Like,
okay. Yep.
Jets, I don't know. I would safer bet Oilers. Which ended up going in a shootout anyway, so it really wasn't a safe bet. But nonetheless, dude, 1-0 on the year. I mean, talk about Cam Talbot, right? Good goal for the Wild. We mentioned him. The Ducks pretty much have, the usual suspects. I believe they still have Hampus Lindholm, Cam Fowler, Kevin Shattenkirk on defense, which really gets me nervous.
Shattenkirk he's
He's got to be like 40 years old now.
Wow,
He was on the Rangers a couple of years. I guess, good, clubhouse mentality, leader.
Pretty light slate tonight.
Very light, dude. Only 3 games, but I would look out for Ryan Getzlaff.
They need to just
center for the Ducks.
League.
Also Adam Henry.
I thought we were giving
Start
him
of
a
the
shot this
season.
year.
Start of the season, 3 games, second night. Like, what is this? NBA has like 10.
No, and the best part is too. So
He is stupid.
you got the national broadcast 7:00.
What is it?
NHL Network, the Blackhawks Devils, and then the other 2 games are on ESPN Plus. I do have ESPN Plus, but not everybody does. So I just feel like
That's weird, dude.
The second game is on Hulu. Like, great.
I mean, honestly, dude, that's ESPN for you at this point. If it was NBC Sports, it'd be on NBC Sports, dude.
No, it would be on
What is the
Peacock.
NHL Network?
Well, maybe.
Is that like you have to pay for that?
I mean, if you
NHL
have
Network.
NFL Network, MLB Network, you probably have NHL Network.
MLB
I'm talking about Like, if
I
you just have
believe-
regular Optimum, you can't get those games.
No.
Then what the hell are we doing
Um,
here?
MLB and NFL Network and NHL is extra, I believe.
No, but what I meant is if you have one, you have them all.
NHL Network, I believe, is still owned by MLB Network. So
Doesn't that irk you,
I
Barnes?
could
Like,
be
see,
wrong at this
like
point.
I
think
know.
ESPN bought them, maybe not.
Oh, with the whole network?
Yeah,
situation?
NBA. Well, just stick with the NBA. It's like Monday, Wednesday, ESPN, Tuesday, Thursday, TNT. Boom,
Done.
all
And then
season long.
every night. NBA
Playoffs. Oh well, yeah. That I'm just saying playoffs is every.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh.
on. You got your Saturday prime time, your Sunday afternoon,
And they just know what matchups to put. It's just like
oh my god, yeah.
it's like I'm sorry, NFL and NBA are light years ahead of these other leagues.
Yeah, probably, dude. I mean, I'll tell you.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
So, but would you say Ducks decisively tonight, Tony, or no?
If you're a betting man,
If I was a betting man, I would.
Minnesota's minus 175.
get off that website.
Oh, sorry, that was from before. Continue.
What?
Prefer isn't on the episode yet. What's up? No, I'm just saying, why are they minus 175? Is Talbot that good?
Talbot is very good, obviously. But I don't know, dude. I feel like, minus 175 seems like a lot, to be honest. I would think the Ducks honestly win this one, like 3-1, dude. I think they have good goal scorers. They have decent defense. I mean, I would say in terms of a goaltending matchup, the Wild probably have it. Hold on 1 second, dude. Let me just see. Minus 175 is crazy, dude. You taking that bet, dude?
I mean, no, I like value. I mean, I think the value would be Ducks money line. I mean, I don't know what
Right?
they are money line, but I would imagine.
I'm looking at the Minnesota Wild's lineup right now. Pretty lockdown D. Jared Spurgeon,
Over-under is only
former
5.5.
Rookie of the Year, Philadelphia Flyers. Matthew Dumba, Jordy Ben, Jonas Brodin.
You know who's coming out of retirement? Dan
Nick
Girardi. What?
No, he's not.
What? He's not like 60 years old. What do you mean?
He's probably like 44.
Were you a big
Seven?
Dan Girardi
Of course,
guy?
dude. I mean,
Defenseman?
I mean, he wasn't really. He was your typical
Related to
defenseman,
Joe?
dude. No,
Any relation?
no relation at all.
Distant
dude.
cousin.
I don't think so, dude.
Okay.
Wow, the Wild still have Zuccarello. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but what about Matthew Boldy on
Ryan
your reserve? Is
Hartman.
that a problem or no?
Matthew who?
Matthew Boldy, the left wing?
Matthew Boldy. I think you're totally fine, dude. They still have Foligno.
No, and then also they're getting all this credit. I mean, they lost 5-1. I get it. It's preseason to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Preseason, though.
5-1. Not 2-1. 5-1. Tony.
That's why I'm telling you to go Ducks, dude. I'm telling you,
All
go
right.
Ducks.
I'm going Ducks. I'm going Ducks. We would say that's the lock of the night.
I wouldn't say that's the lock of the night.
I think it is. There's only 3 games. I mean, something has to be the lock of the night.
Yeah,
I'll tell you. Blackhawks over
no,
Devils.
no, Devils over Blackhawks. Lock of the night.
Of the night.
Devils.
I feel more
mean-
confident in that one.
Clearly, look at him.
I
He's just
think
doing
so,
it in spite
dude.
of me.
No,
Parlay?
I
Parlay
really
action?
don't. I would definitely
Michael
parlay.
King, Michael
AJ
King,
would
Michael
parlay
King.
it. AJ would parlay
I
it.
would
Oh,
go
definitely.
for the parlay. I'm telling you, I'll go 2 for 2 tonight. 3 for 3.
Do
on
the Devils,
season,
but trust
dude.
me, this is their year.
Who's their starting goalie, dude? Mackenzie Blackwood, Jonathan Bernier.
Watch what happens.
Who do they have going for them? They have Jimmy Vesey on the left wing. Tomas Tartar, former Detroit Red Wing. That's who you're picking up? A former Red Wing?
You know who wants to make a comeback?
Who?
Jaromir Jagr.
He's in some Czech league right now. dude.
So
It's
it would be an
destroying.
NHL comeback.
I think he had like 6 points in his first 4 games. Like absolutely ridiculous.
60.
I know it's unbelievable, dude. Who they have on defense, dude? PK Subban.
Wait, he's on the
Yeah,
Devils?
he's the
He's on
captain.
the Devils, dude. He's
How
the
many-
captain.
Has he been on 10 teams?
Montreal, Nashville,
San Jose?
Devils,
Predators, Nashville.
Nashville. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you were asking me. Yes, correct. Colton White. Dude.
Wow.
Jack Hughes, complete disappointment. Michael McLeod, maybe decent. Go ahead. Go. What do you got? What do you got in the Devils right now?
Trade for Jack Hughes.
Jimmy Vesey is probably the best thing they got going for
Drafted
himself right
Luke Hughes, signed game-changing defenseman
Jack
Dougie
Hughes.
Hamilton, signed veteran winger Thomas Tatar, okay, and added a much-needed goaltender in Jonathan Bernier, okay, to challenge Mackenzie Blackwood, who has been shit in the bed.
Yes,
All right, you need some competition here with the Devils, and that's what you need. The Devils have their core in place and prove that their rookies are legit last season. So here we go. Brian, I'm telling you, take the
Dude,
Devils, bud.
Veteran
Does
winger.
that not give you confidence right
Yes.
Their
yes.
veteran
that's
is
what you
Tomas Tatar.
there? Okay.
Yeah, he's a veteran, but he doesn't mean he's good. He's
You know
not
what I
that
don't
great,
like?
dude.
Tuna Tatar, because tuna sucks.
Tuna tartar is delicious.
You don't like sushi?
I like
Shrimp tempura,
sushi.
and that is all.
No, lobster salad tempura. No, there's some more. California roll. California.
Hughes is going to have a
tempura,
big senior,
spicy
junior year.
shrimp. Cucumber roll, Tony.
Oh my god,
Sweet
dude.
potato roll.
Ew.
Big
Ew.
year from Hughes, Barnes.
Maybe a little crab.
I'm a big
Big
crab
year.
Dude,
rangoon.
big year for Hughes.
Crab rangoon.
Love crab.
Love crab rangoon.
Showed a lot.
Last year was a big year for Hughes, supposedly.
Hughes, yeah, huge year, and he's a very dedicated player. He's looking to score more, and with the additions of Tartar and Hamilton, Hughes will likely get a boost in his offense. The Devils is a lock of the night.
Lock of the night.
See
So
stats
I mean,
last season,
we're
dude.
really giving hockey.
He
a
didn't
shot this
score
year.
well
so
last
I
year.
hope it doesn't underdeliver.
Sophomore year, sophomore slump, but he showed a lot of puck handling skills. Very good with the puck,
Last season, dude.
dude. We're moving on.
Last season, 56 games played. Guess how many goals he had?
20.
56.
11.
Okay,
31 points. Okay.
okay,
Rookie
Sophomore.
year, 7 goals.
okay.
Great, dude. So he's on track for 15 goals this season.
He's gonna have 30 goals this season.
No, he's not.
Yes,
dude.
he is.
Not with the rest
No,
of
but
that
we're
team.
we're
dude.
really giving hockey
He
a shot here. We got to have
is
Trev on
the
soon. to
Jack-
talk
Yeah,
about this.
yeah.
He is the Jack Eichel of the New Jersey Devils.
No, he's
Okay?
not. He's gonna be the
Great
next Patrick
player.
Elias.
Completely
Next
botched
Patrick Elias.
because of the
Where is
Patrick
Patrick
Elias.
Elias? Where is
Patrick
he?
Elias,
Where is
Jason
he?
Arnott.
Where is he?
He's at home.
He's retired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. He retired a Devil, baby.
All right, so we might go parlay Devils and
Chicago.
Ducks.
Do it. Do it.
I'm just saying, for the record, I'm going Ducks, Blackhawks.
All right, and
Just
for the record, Tony, all I have to say is we're switching gears here before the close. And one thing, this is just a one-off here. I told you a couple months ago. I said, Tony, looking out for you, looking out for your future. Invest in Bitcoin. And you know what Bitcoin was at that point? 30,000. You want to know what it's at now? 62,000 and change. You couldn't just listen. I said put $100. $100 would have been 200. Would it not? Am I wrong?
Should put 100 grand. Would have been 200.
Well, I have something. I mean, so better than nothing.
So what do you say now? What should I do now, dude?
Wait for the dip. No, but you guys can see. I mean, we're a little ways away, but there's a future market report with Barnes. I mean, it's happening
Oh,
at
yeah.
some point.
Yeah, definitely.
There's
So
really a place for that here at Downtime.
I mean, Tony. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, why not? But we'll see what happens in the hockey tonight. Quickly on the way out, Michael. Any reason for concern, as far as I'm concerned? Lakers 0-6 preseason wrapped up last night. 116-112 loss to the Kings.
I think there should be a little concern, dude. Just a little. They don't really look too good offensively.
But the thing is, but then is there not a reason for concern because the Kings are 4-0 and we've seen
this before.
Yes.
Yes, I know. I mean, they're gonna figure it out, but I think the start of the season is gonna be just a little up and down, up until All-Star break, and then they'll go like on a 20-2 run.
And you know who I think is still pretty good, but it's just like we want to phase out the stationary centers, is DeAndre Jordan. I think if you give him 30 minutes a night, I think he's almost 20 rebounds a night. I swear to God. Not even kidding.
Over Dwight?
Kind of, honestly. But I want both to play, but I just think Jordan is just an animal with the alley-oops and stuff. I mean, who do you think's a better player at this point?
I think Dwight. I saw DeAndre on Brooklyn. He didn't look too good.
So 15 minutes, 12 points, 11 rebounds last night. Dwight, 13 minutes, 5 points, 7 rebounds. I mean, I love Dwight. So hopefully, he'll play a role. Rondo, scoreless in 22 minutes.
Yeah.
How about Westbrook lighting it up 7 to 12 from the floor, 18 points, 29 minutes?
Call it lighting it up?
For him?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So we got opening night Tuesday. Looking forward to that, Tony. Anything else you're hearing NBA wise, Michael?
No,
on the way out?
I'm just excited for the Knicks.
Tony, anything? You excited for the Knicks?
Honestly, I am reinvigorating my love for hockey, and I think basketball is being put on the back burner. Honestly,
You can't do that.
Why can't you just have range?
Yeah, dude.
I could try.
Like, I feel like you got into it a little bit last year.
Yeah,
So why are you all of a sudden
Backtracking.
tight? Yeah.
because now we're talking hockey on the show now, so it's like makes more sense.
We can't just talk
honestly.
everything.
Yeah, we can.
We're talking stock.
I will. I will put some of my attention
To
and
Bitcoin.
time to basketball. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be, I'm going to be the hockey guy.
And I hope you listened to me saying this, but I made this prediction, I think, a couple months ago. But I'm telling you now, 1 year from now, Bitcoin, take a guess what I'm going to say how much this is going to be worth.
150.
149,000.
Can go 150.
No, because I wanted to be different. And it's going to dip a little bit.
Right.
So I hope you just take advantage. I'm telling you, $100, Tony. Just 100. Just do it for me, bud.
All right. Once it dips, what kind of dip am I looking at?
I mean, give it
Like 45 or like
give it 52.
52?
I mean, it's at 62. That's going down 10,000.
Okay.
All right. So just look out for that. Fellas, as we head into the weekend, any words of wisdom on the way out?
I'm telling you tonight, everyone out there, Ducks, Blackhawks, dude. That's the way to go. Go out there, place your bets, buy yourself some American Mule.
Wouldn't it be
Have a good
American
time.
Mule?
Yeah, it's
American.
Yeah, it's American.
Buy yourself American Mule.
But that's not what you said. You said buy yourself American Mule.
American Mule.
No. You
But
said
not American Mule, but American Mule.
Well, that's you have to.
I'm not going to pause that much between and American Mule. It's ridiculous. I don't have time for that.
Or
Go buy yourself a case of American Mule. Okay? How's that? I'm going to use just case from
and
now
hit
on.
up AmericanMule.com for some gear. How about that?
Sure, they have fresh gear. My sweatshirt is so
Absolutely
soft and cuddly.
fresh.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone.
Before we close, Michael, anything
Prefer.
for the weekend, for the fans, for Prefer,
Sunday morning, special sports sport.
be there or be
Not around.
Tony, right? Wouldn't that be a good saying?
I won't be there.
Well, so that would be a good analogy, would it not?
But no one can be me.
But of course, what a week. Thank you to all of our fans. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing. You guys
Are our motherfucking bloodline.
we will see you on Sunday.
Sunday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what